أسلم على أصدقائي الأيرلنديين مايك موني وتوني فيليب. أشتاق إني أشوفهم مرة ثانية إن شاء الله قريبا.
In Qatar, they carve the stages out of the desert sands, creating a strange cultural cocktail and a very tough challenge. Dancing and sliding in the hot desert is a far cry from Moll's Gap or Portlaw Forest.
Bend left 7. Down. Here.
The Qatar International Rally is the opening round of the FISA-approved Middle East Championship, with its headquarters in Doha, the modern capital of a small, progressive and rich country set on the shores of the Persian Gulf. If the camel is the ship of the Qatari desert, oil and gas is the nation's lifeblood, and its two-day rally is a tough test for locals and visitors alike.
This is regarded as being the toughest rally or round of the Middle East Championship, so we're treating it accordingly.
And how, in fact, would you be advising Abbas to drive?
We're going to have to be very careful because the stages are in places very rough.
The stages themselves are excellent. They're quite quick, nice and flowing at times, but the surface is very rough. You've got to really note the jumps well, otherwise a Group N car is going to break.
And it's come as some surprise to us, so it has the rough terrain and so on. We're used to smooth Irish tarmac, and I don't know how we're going to cope with the thing. We've been out this morning testing the car. It seems to be even much more bumpy than we anticipated. You know, driving along in a road car in a Jeep, making the notes, we're driving sort of 20, 25 mile an hour. And you're doing 70 or 80 along the same route. It's the car is literally uncontrollable, you know.
I don't think tyre wear is going to be a problem, but I think wear in the sense of punctures. But I don't think the actual tyre wear is going to be a problem.
We rent the car from Ireland, and the car is. I hope it will be coping with this rally. And the only thing is I didn't practice with the car or try it or something. Just a small try, and I have no comments at all about this rally because I haven't driven right-hand drive for a long time now. I only driven it twice.
You know the way on our own pace notes at home, we have loads of landmarks and things, so it's easy to handle. We're finding it very, very difficult. Even on the stage we're doing today now, while we had gone over it perhaps twice, we're still finding it difficult to define where the actual corner was and so on. It's totally different from anything I've ever experienced before.
Even with Mr. Benny said the car is very well prepared, still, you know, I don't know that, so I can't just attack from the beginning, so I have to play it steadily and, you know, see what happens by the stages and then decide if I have to attack or go for a finish.
The start is at the Ramada Renaissance Hotel, Doha, with the cars leaving every 2 minutes, headed by local star Saeed El Hajri, the driver who is no stranger to Ireland. Next up is Mamdad Kayat of Saudi Arabia in a Group A 4x4 Cosworth, ahead of another Qatari, Sheikh Fahd, in the Mitsubishi. The first stage is literally in the hotel's car park, a short spectator pleaser where some potential is indicated. Sadly, the first dropouts are John Coyne and Martin Dolan with the Mazda 323 Group N. They have only travelled 50 metres in the first stage. Joe Murray and Leslie Murphy, with their Group N Peugeot 205, wait at the start of the stage as the stricken 4x4 Mazda is diagnosed as having a broken gearbox. It's a great shame. The desert air is shattered by the appearance of Al Hajri and co-driver Mike Corner in the speeding Toyota Celica GT4, the same car which won this event last year for Mohammed bin Salam and Ireland's Ronan Morgan. Mamdouh Kayat and David Nicholson in the David Sutton prepared Ford Sierra Cosworth show what speeds can be achieved on the smooth sections of the desert stage. There are 33 starters representing 9 different countries, including 6 crews from Britain. Also in good shape are Sheikh Fahd and Tom Steele in the Mitsubishi Galant, the third of 6 full-blown Group A cars in the rally. Driving in the desert stages presents its own set of problems, and it calls for perfect pace notes and co-driver-driver coordination. This is John Morton's well-driven Lancia Integrale from the UK, a frequent visitor to Ireland. And he's followed by his fellow countryman Stuart Coupe in another Integrale in Group N.
Into right 3. 70. Right 7, blind, long. By the bush.
We are now inside the Irish-built Sierra Cosworth, driven by Abbas Al-Mazawi, with Benny Smith reading the notes. Watch how difficult it is to follow the correct route. During these opening stages, it is obvious that the tarmac Sierra driven by Abbas is unsuited to the desert conditions. We now see that section of the stage again from inside the car, jump and all.
70. Left into right 2, narrow, and up crest 2, into right 2, into left 1 long, bit of care, 250.
Now let's drive in a Group A Peugeot 205 along with Ed Colton and Frank Scanlon as they settle into a most unusual set of circumstances.
50 right 3. And turn left 6.
There may be rough forest stages in some of Ireland's rallies.